Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today. We're about to explore how to unlock design freedom with flexible sections in SharePoint. The title of our presentation is Unlocking Design Freedom with Flexible Sections in SharePoint, and our subtitle is Enhancing Modern SharePoint Pages with Dynamic Layouts and Creative Customization. Over the next few minutes, we'll look at ways to create more dynamic, customizable, and visually engaging SharePoint pages. So let's get started. I'm excited to share some recent updates that really enhance the way you can design and customize SharePoint pages. These new features give you more flexibility and creativity, making it easier to create engaging and tailored experiences for your users. Today, we'll explore these updates and see how they can help you unlock more design freedom. My name is Gaurav, and I'm a Power Platform and SharePoint developer here at EUI. I'll be guiding you through this session, where we'll dive into the new Flexible Sections feature in SharePoint pages. Thank you for joining us today. Let's get started and see how these enhancements can transform your SharePoint experience. Let's take a closer look at today's agenda. We'll start by exploring how flexible sections can unlock greater design freedom within SharePoint. My goal is to give you essential insights so you can get started with confidence. Then, we'll dive into key strategies to maximize the impact of these flexible sections, making your pages more engaging and effective. We'll also go over best practices to ensure you're using flexible sections in the most efficient way. To bring this all to life, I'll showcase the Contoso AI Hub landing page, which was built using flexible sections. This will give you a real-world example. Following that, we'll have a live demo of the Contoso AI Hub, so you can see these concepts in action. Before we get into the demos, I want to clarify what flexible sections are and why they're so important in page design. They give you the ability to create dynamic, customizable layouts that adapt to your content needs. Finally, we'll look at the evolution of SharePoint pages, specifically how we've transitioned from classic to modern layouts. This shift has opened up new possibilities for design and user experience, making your pages more versatile and user-friendly. Throughout today's session, keep these points in mind as they form the foundation for creating more flexible, impactful SharePoint pages. Let's take a closer look at the evolution of SharePoint pages. As you can see, the goal has always been to unlock more design freedom through flexible sections. When we talk about modern pages, they offer significantly improved usability and aesthetics, making it easier to create visually appealing and user-friendly layouts. However, in the past, we faced constraints on layout flexibility. Traditional or classic pages often offered rigid, fixed layouts that limited how much customization we could do. This meant that our options were somewhat restricted, and tailoring pages to specific needs was more challenging. The key takeaway here is that modern pages aim to overcome these limitations by providing more adaptable, customizable options, giving us greater control over design while maintaining a professional look. This evolution is a vital step toward making SharePoint more intuitive and visually compelling for everyone. Welcome to our next section, where we introduce flexible sections. This feature truly unlocks new levels of design freedom within SharePoint. What this means is that designers now have the ability to create more dynamic and visually engaging pages that are perfectly tailored to their specific needs. One of the key aspects here is the use of a free-form, two-dimensional grid layout. Unlike traditional layouts that are limited to fixed columns, this grid allows you to place web parts anywhere within the space. This flexibility breaks free from the usual constraints, opening up a whole new realm of creative possibilities. Ultimately, flexible sections represent a transformative way to build SharePoint pages, making them more interactive and visually appealing. It's all about empowering you to craft pages that are not only functional, but also engaging for your audience. Let's take a closer look at the key features of flexible sections and how they unlock design freedom in SharePoint. First, you'll notice that these features significantly speed up page creation. By using ready-made layouts, you can set up your pages much faster without starting from scratch. This is what we call pre-built section templates. They save time and ensure consistency across your site. Next, managing multiple web parts becomes much simpler with grouping and multi-selection. Instead of handling each web part individually, you can select and move several at once, making layout adjustments much more efficient. This flexibility is especially useful when you're trying to create a cohesive design. Now, let's talk about creativity. Flexible sections enable you to stack web parts and add depth effects through layered design with overlays. This means your pages aren't just flat. You can add visual layers that make your content more engaging and visually appealing. Another important aspect is that these sections adapt seamlessly to your layout with dynamic resizing. Whether you want a web part to be larger or smaller, you can resize it easily to fit your overall design perfectly. This helps maintain a clean, balanced look. Finally, the freeform grid placement gives you complete control over positioning. You're not limited by fixed columns or rows. You can place web parts exactly where you want, giving you the freedom to create unique, customized page layouts. All these features work together to give you the creative flexibility you need to build engaging, professional pages in SharePoint. Now, let's take a look at how we can showcase organizational AI adoption metrics using dynamic web parts. These web parts allow us to display key data in a way that's both interactive and visually appealing. By selecting, grouping, and duplicating these web parts, we can organize our content efficiently, making it easier for users to find the information they need. Moving on, to streamline the design process, we utilize section layouts and pre-built templates. This approach lets us quickly put together a professional-looking page without starting from scratch each time. It's all about saving time while maintaining a polished appearance. Adding and customizing sections further helps us highlight specific AI initiatives. We can tailor each section to emphasize different projects or achievements, making our overall story clearer and more impactful. Finally, let's explore the Contoso AI Hub landing page, which was built using these flexible sections. This example demonstrates how all these elements come together, showcasing metrics, organizing content, and highlighting initiatives, creating a dynamic and engaging experience for users. So, the key takeaway here is that flexible sections give us the freedom to design intuitive, informative, and visually compelling pages that support our AI adoption journey. Let's dive into some best practices for using flexible sections effectively. First, it's important to stay updated with the Microsoft 365 roadmap. This ensures you're aware of ongoing layout improvements that can enhance your SharePoint pages over time. Keeping an eye on these updates helps you make the most of new features and design capabilities. Next, I want to emphasize the use of alignment tools. These tools are invaluable for keeping your elements neat and consistent across your page. Proper alignment not only looks professional, but also makes your content easier to read and navigate. Another key point is previewing your pages on mobile devices. Since many users access SharePoint on their phones, testing responsiveness ensures your layout holds up across different screen sizes. This step is crucial to maintain a good user experience. Planning complex designs ahead of time is also essential. When you anticipate potential layout challenges, you can design more smoothly and avoid last-minute fixes that might compromise the overall look. Finally, while flexible sections offer great creative freedom, remember to balance creativity with readability. Clear communication is paramount, so aim for a design that captures attention without sacrificing clarity. By following these practices, you'll unlock the true potential of flexible sections and create engaging, user-friendly pages. Let's wrap up our session today with some key takeaways and a final conclusion. We've explored how flexible sections in SharePoint can truly unlock your design freedom. So, I encourage you to start building with these flexible sections right away. Transform your SharePoint pages today and see the difference it makes. Remember, enhancing your site's appearance and functionality is within reach, and these features make it easier than ever. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. If you have any questions or need further guidance, please feel free to reach out. Embrace this feature because it's a great way to elevate your site's overall look and user experience. Flexible sections open up new possibilities for modern SharePoint pages. They enable richer, more engaging experiences that captivate your audience. So, don't hesitate to start experimenting with them and see how they can transform your sites into more dynamic, functional, and appealing spaces.